Hello guys, it's a really nice Tuesday morning, and I just watered all my plants and actually fertilized them, and I decided to just make a quick video here. Yeah, so it's spring, days are longer, and this is actually my first time with my setup, wherein I'm starting in spring and basically also using fertilizer. So this will be a quick update on my plants and my orchids, and then I'm also starting again fertilizing with Maxsea. So it's kind of also a way to document the progress, or if there's any failures or damages to the plants, then I'm able to document that. I watch my own videos, so if you guys watch my videos, you might see a couple of views there. That could be mine, or that's mine, and it's more of like learning on how to do videos better, and at the same time it's like recording myself to know what I've done, and then take notes of that, take notes of what I've done, and then correct it in the future, so something like that. But yeah, so let's start with the fertilizer. So I've been researching about a great fertilizer for Nepenthes, tropical, like the Nepenthes pitcher plants, and I've been hearing about the Maxsea fertilizer. Basically, it's a it has kelp or seaweed, which they say has hormones that promote growth, especially root growth for plants. And in the videos I've watched, they've used it as a foliar feed. It's kind of expensive. It's like $30 in eBay or in Amazon, and they're selling like a full container of it. What I did was I just bought I forgot it. It's also in eBay. It's like $8, and you can make up to 12 gallons. So the seller, what he did was he just repacked it in smaller sizes. So I'd rather do that, because in case it doesn't work for me, at least I only spent $8, because again it's like around $25 to $30 for the whole container. And it's a lifetime supply, as I've read in a forum. They say if you're gonna buy that whole container, it's a lifetime supply. So I've been using the Maxsea actually now for 3 weeks, and I haven't really noticed any damage to the plants, but we'll talk about that later. So basically for Nepenthes, they say it's about the dosage will be 1/4 strength to a gallon. So basically in the instructions it's 1 teaspoon per gallon, but since it's only 1/4, so it's 1/4 teaspoon strength. So that's it. I place it in that 1 gallon jug, and then I'm using this hand pump spray, which I just received yesterday, which made my life way easier. So I've been doing this for 3 weeks now. Yeah, so it has that brownish color. Doesn't smell like seaweed, because they say there's a fishy odor, but I guess that is the one with actual fish in the fertilizer. I keep this jug underneath a cupboard where it's dark, because they say it's kind of potent, so algae will grow and maybe ruin the actual fertilizer. So I do this for the orchids. I've been doing it once a week, and then for the Nepenthes, I don't do the foliar spray. These are my Nepenthes here, and there's one up here, and then a small one there. Okay. So there now. And in my background are my kids, so pardon that. Anyway, so they say foliar feeding every 2 weeks. Others do it once a month, others do it once every week. But what I do is actually get 1 ml and place it in the actual pitcher. I figure that the leaves are pretty good in absorbing the nutrients, but the pitchers are what, the main reason they evolved to have pitchers is to be able to get additional nutrients from insects that they catch. So I figured if I put it in the pitcher, then they would be able to absorb the nutrients maybe even better. Again, I'm no expert in this, or I haven't done this before, but others put Osmocote, which for me is kind of risky because putting Osmocote, from what I've read, causes pitcher damage and most of the time kills the pitchers. Although they say there's amazing growth afterwards, but I don't want to kill the pitchers, especially for this Miranda, wherein it's starting to recover. I don't know. I repotted it and it's having a hard time trying to produce actual pitchers, but I'll get to it. But yeah, so I did it 2 weeks ago and I didn't see any damage. So for example, for this Miranda, it's got really red leaves, so I think it's getting sunburned, or like that light is too strong for it. But it's having the leaf jumps. So the leaf jumps, they say it's happy, but it's having a hard time producing pitchers. And as an example, this is one of the most recent pitchers, and it didn't form well. So it looks deformed. So anyway, since this is not, this is the only pitcher it has that's actually formed. Sorry. This is where I use the Maxsea 1 ml only, and I don't see any damage. And I've seen a picture of people using Osmocote, and I can see that the pitcher gets damaged, it gets brown, and eventually dies off. But this one doesn't. But now I have a pitcher on its way. Hopefully it forms completely, but I'm not putting any Maxsea in it. So today, after this video, I'll do the next dose. So it's every 2 weeks, so it's 1 ml. So that's the Miranda. Nice reddish colors. There's another on its way here, so I think it's able to recover slowly. So yeah, I don't know. I repotted it and it just can't form actual pitchers, but the leaves are fine. So hopefully with spring and summer, the days are longer or the lights stay on longer. Hopefully they make it. This is the other one. Here is the Gaia, the Nepenthes Gaia. Now this one has gone crazy. It has a basal growth here. So basically this is the let me take a look here. I don't know which one is the basal. Okay, so this is the mother plant and this is the basal, and look at all those pictures. I've got a ton of pictures. And yeah, so on my first Maxsea feeding, nearly all of this I placed 1 ml of Maxsea, and I haven't seen really enough damage. And I have here that's been damaged for a while now before I put Maxsea in here, and I don't see additional damage on the pictures. So I would have to say for the first dose, it works, or it's safe for the picture plant. So anyone who has Nepenthes, you might try a 1 ml of the 1/4 strength Maxsea, because again I've used it on nearly all of these pictures and I've never seen any damage. Same with the same with my Miranda here. The next here is the Queen Malani. Same thing. Actually, this guy here has the biggest picture of all, and this is my biggest picture so far. And yeah, again, 1 ml of the Maxsea in here, and I don't see any obvious damage on the plant. Same with that one. And I've got a new growth here, or a new picture on its way. So yeah, 1 ml seems a good dose, a safe dose. Same here with my hybrid Nepenthes Aristocloides Spectabilis Hamata, and I bought this from Pet Fly Trap and it's really small. It's been doing really good. I don't expect some pictures to make it because it's really small. Like if you see the one there, I don't think it will make it, but it started to produce bigger pictures by now. And that's an example, and that's another one. That one I guess is just forming. So, but this one I've placed 1 ml of the Maxsea 2 weeks ago, and I don't see any obvious damage. So that's so good. That's good. And same here with the hybrid Nepenthes by Calcarata Ampullaria. This is yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm having some of the pictures are having difficulty forming the actual lid. I don't know what it's called, but the lid found here to cover the picture plant. But this has formed well, and I also put 1 ml of the Maxsea in here. Same with this guy over here. This one is bigger though. It's got it looks better formed. So yeah. So again, no obvious damage. There's another one on its way there. So for the panties, I can say at least it's just the first 2 weeks. It seems safe. But of course, I will do more updates because this is just the start. For the orchids though, I've been doing it once a week, and I don't see any obvious damage, but I see a lot of growth. Now, this is just like my first spring getting into this hobby, so I can't say if it's the Maxsea, but I would say that the combination of longer days or longer the lights are on longer, and the Maxsea once a week is helping. Again, we'll see more, but I've seen a ton of growth, and we'll start with these plants here. Well, these ones, the Fertilizer probably I received this from Andy's Orchids, and it's on a 2-inch pot. Place it on a 6-inch pot. I thought it was overkill because the pot is too big, but I can see that it's taking advantage of the additional room for growth, because I have a ton of growth here. This is a new one. This new one, and it's like I would see them down here. Let's see. Yeah, there's one here starting to grow, and yeah, I would see them down in this spot here growing. And give it a couple of days, they're already gone, has grown way bigger or taller. And yeah, this guy is just taking advantage of the bigger pot, and I'm glad I did transfer it there. This one here, Fertilizer falkenbergii, blooms for me every week. This too is about to drop, but yeah, non-stop blooming. If you guys want a orchid that blooms all the time, Maxsea falkenbergii is it, but it requires a lot of humidity, bright light, but not bright indirect light, sorry, and very moist or damp substrate. I only water this Fertilizer and this Maxsea once a week, but that once a week watering, like I really flush it, like really flush with a lot of rainwater. That's the other thing, I use rainwater. And this is the Fertilizer ornata, another bloomer for me, a good bloomer for me, but it's taking a break, I guess. But yeah, lots of growth there, lots of growth. Look at that. And then there's a small fern down there. Yeah, but yeah, lots of new leaves. I'm very happy about this. This is the Bulbophyllum blooming. It's a keiki, and planted it here, but there's new growth. Yeah, there a new bulb growing, and new roots growing. So very happy, very happy. And then I have the Maxsea Dodsonii, another active bloomer for me, but took a break. When I received this plant, it's only this part, and now I have like a whole new plant growing here. If you guys take a closer look, I can even take this off and plant it in another wood, but I won't. I will just let it grow there. But yeah, lots of new growth on this one also. If we look down here, there's new roots. Yeah, there. So yeah, the Streptotatsonii. This is the Masdevallia nidifica. Never bloomed for me yet. According to Anne's website, it is a free flowering all throughout the year, but I don't see any. But tons of growth. Again, I don't know, but yeah, there you go. There, lots of growth there, lots of new leaves. So very happy. Hopefully, it gets to bloom for me soon. And next is the Masdevallia Wendlandiana. I made a video about this. This is the first time it bloomed for me. And one thing about this guy is the blooms stay a lot longer compared to the Restrepius. So yeah, there you go. Really nice, really nice flower. And yeah, that's my daughter. Lots of new growth also, lots of new leaves, and yeah. And then is this the Stellis, Stellis hertzii. Lots of new growth also. Stopped blooming for me, but that's fine. I like the fact it's blooming. That is a glove covering the humidistat. There you go. There. All right. Because I don't want it to get wet directly, because it will give inaccurate humidity readings, and it might not turn on the hygrometer and not prevent it from misting properly, the tent properly. Because yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the orchid. This is Pleurotalis triparenta. Never had bloomed for me, free flowering. One of the first plants I bought from Anne's Orchids, or when I started this hobby. But there's a ton of growth on this guy here. And there's growth. There's growth there. Those are new leaves. So yeah, hopefully it gets it to its full mature size and bloom for me. Harella odorata on this one. I made a video about this. There's the two spikes, flowered really nice for me twice, but stopped, but took a break. But I guess I know why it's taking a break, because it has new growth there. Perfect there. Let me point at it there. That's new leaf, new roots, so that's good. All right. And here is the Dendrobium jenskii. Again, one of the first orchids I bought, but it's not bloomed for me, but tons of growth, and it decides to move behind the driftwood here. There we go. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm having a ton of growth. I guess the more light they get, since it's spring and I changed the hours, increased more hours for the light, they responded really well with it. And here's a bromeliad with a pup on its way. So I also fertilized this. Alright, so moving on. This is a Blume, Bulbophyllum Blume, which I repotted. Some leaves are dying off, but there's new ones coming out. There's a new one. I see, where is it? Oh, sorry. Okay, there. So this one is also new. That's a new one. So I'm starting to get new growth. Hopefully it recovers. I'm kind of regretting that I repotted it, but you know, it's fine. Bulbophyllum. This is the Lasiocylum, considered as an easy bulbophyllum, free flowering, but never flowered for me yet. So. But yeah, lots of growth here. Here's a new one, and lots of leaves. A lot of roots there. That's a new one. So good. All right, so I made a video about 2 weeks ago. I ordered from Orchids by Hauserman. So these guys are just just happy. I don't know, they just like the tent, but of course I don't know if that will make them flower, but according to the website, these are seedlings, so it will take another 2 to 3 years. But in terms of growth, they're doing really well. This is the Erangis luteo alba var rhodostica, and when they came in, they don't have those sphagnum moss. I just tied down some sphagnum moss to help with the humidity, and I actually used one of the roots to go over the sphagnum moss, and I have just a fish line there. And this guy has new growth over there. See, so that is new growth. That's a new root. All right, let me just get a stick so I can point at it far better. All right, so I'm back. Okay, so that's the new root, new leaves. So really nice. This is the Erangis mysticii. I have new root growth over there. Yeah, that's it, new root growth. I don't know if I have new leaves, but yeah, that's really nice. New root growth. And this is the Erangis hariotiana. In Andy's website, they call it Chimengis. In Orchids by Hauserman, they call it Erangis hariotiana. Yeah, that's new leaves, new roots. That's new roots there, new roots over there. Alright, that's new roots. Okay, new leaves, new roots there. So really great. They've adapted really well. It's this one is the Restrepia muscifera, which I also ordered from Hauserman Orchids. I have new growth also there. Oh, sorry, there it's yeah, there you go. That's on its way. And yeah, just like the Falkenbergia, it came potted and I repotted it in sphagnum moss. It has some orchid bark that the roots has grown over, so I didn't remove that, and I just replanted it because it's a small pot. It's like a 2-inch, so this is a 3-inch pot. Oh, this one has some more growth in all those orchids I bought. This is the Ascocentrum hendersonianum. If you notice here, yeah, that's new growth, that's a new one. In just 2 weeks, there's new growth, new leaves. So just like the rest, I just used fishing line and tied some sphagnum moss here. I didn't use fishing line, I just used the roots, put it over, because the roots are kind of like it's not stuck on the wood, so place the sphagnums underneath, and they love it, all right. And the last thing from Orchids by Hauserman is this Ascocentrum miniatum. It came in, I think it's a 1-inch, 1 or 2-inch pot with orchid bark. Now my concern with that is it might have root rot because it's my tent is very humid, so getting it to dry a little bit might be a bit hard. So I use lava rock, and then of course it's in a mesh pot, so more air circulation. And then I left some of the orchid bark for a bit of moisture. The drainage is really good. I love orchid bark. No, not orchid bark. I love lava rock because again they don't rot, and they absorb moisture, but at the same time they allow a lot of air circulation, and they dry up a bit. So, and after 2 weeks it kind of worked. So that's that small stub there is new root growth. And here I'm not sure if this will be, oops, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, I think that will be new growth also. But yeah, this guy's looking good. It's the smallest amongst what I bought, and I'm kind of anxious that it might die off because the roots aren't really that good. But now, yeah, I'm starting to get new growth. So let's see there. That's a new. I'm not sure. It might be a new leaf and a new root here. So that's good. New leaf and a new growth. New leaf and a new root. Okay. So, and this one from Andes Orchids I bought last year, Neophanesia falcata. I think I have 3 plants here, keikis. One, two, 3. So hopefully it blooms for me. Alright, so yeah, this one has no new growth. Dendrobium secundum. This is the Dendrobium tanii, which has also new growth here. That one. Tanii, and then is this the blue Bophyllum bailey, large one, but it has a new growth there. That's new. So yeah, that's an update about the plants. I'm really excited for spring because I'll be fertilizing them, and I'm hoping that they provide, like they have, they grow better, stronger leaves, stronger roots, and hopefully gets more blooms. So yep, that other plant is what we call alugbati in the Philippines. It is a vegetable, but I'm thinking about using it in a vivarium because it's a vining plant. It has really nice purplish stems, and then really light green leaves. So this will of course we'll use this for food, but I'll be using it also as a vivarium plant, or also a plant in the tent when I so one of the projects I'm looking forward to doing again is a vivarium. So alright, so I guess that's it. I'm thinking about just a quick update, but I decided to go through each plant. I have more updates, especially for the HEB mini phalaenopsis that I bought. I made a video that one has root rot, so I'll give you guys an update about that. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for the 86 subscribers. Hit like, and yeah, that will help the channel make me more inspired to make more videos. And also, guys, let me know what you think. I mean, there's one person who watched my video said that he's kind of like, I'm not sure if he was upset, but I think it's because he just heard music and he was there, he said, to listen to what I'm talking about, but I guess my music is too loud that he wasn't able to hear that much. So yeah, any positive feedback, or not really positive, any positive, what do you call this, any critique is accepted, okay? That will help me do better. But being I'm a nurse, I work nights, I have 3 kids, my wife is also a nurse, so so our schedules are really messed up. So whenever I do a video and edit it, I just do the best as I can, but I don't really think about the finer details, because basically I just don't have time for that. And also, to be honest, I don't have the skill, but I just want to make it how can you say this, palatable, in terms of like a little bit of music, and then a little bit of text that appears in the video, to help people understand. But still, it would be great to have a good feedback from you guys. So yeah, please hit like, and yeah, if you have further questions, let me know. Okay, bye.